You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network.
Damn, Daniel.
We are live.
We'll do it live!
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football balls for everyone's tastes. I am Mike Fish, on location here at the Jersey Shore, and I'm joined with a man who could be your hero, baby. It's Alex Middleton. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, dude? I'm not doing as good as you are, obviously, because I'm not at a beach house. But have you seen anybody gym tanning and laundering while you were there?
I haven't. I've been pretty much just...
Are you really at the Jersey Shore then?
No, I'm just been at the private pool, and then I went to the beach at the end of the day just in time to get bit by sandflies. And then I was like, fuck this shit, I'm going back to the pool.
Sandflies. We don't really deal with a lot of sandflies this way.
Do you have beaches in Houston?
We have beaches in Galveston, which is like an hour away.
Oh, so the same thing. Where I had to get... This is like an hour and a half journey to me. But yeah, so the same thing. So never experienced around 5, 6 o'clock where you're just sitting there and then suddenly you start getting bit?
Sandfly? Maybe mosquitoes.
Oh, no,
sandflies.
These are
Never heard of them.
They look like regular flies. They lure you into that false sense of security, and then they bite you.
Yeah,
You
gotta keep an eye out, I guess.
You gotta keep you on your toes. It's COVID, monkeypox, sandflies. Those are the 3 big things right now you gotta look out for.
Yeah. We'll sneak up.
Bobby McThunderwaffles in the live chat. Is that your official beach house hats? Yes, sure. Let's go with that. No, it was just I came all
Just
this
a
way,
hat.
forgot my hair product, and as I said, I've been in the pool all day, so my hair isn't looking its best. So I thought, I got to look good for Bobby, so I stuck my hat on at least.
That's what's up.
Anyway, before we get into obviously the sports chat this past week or weekend, whenever it was, I can't remember. Was it Friday or Saturday? The Pass the Gravy office trivia night. How did that go? I saw some pictures on social media. Looked like a success. How'd it go?
Yeah, we had a good turnout. It was pretty fun. Bobby was there. I believe he was on the winning team, so shout out to Bobby. And it was a lot of fun. We had some really good food, and I made some really difficult questions that people struggled with.
Oh, were they like super niche, vague questions in there?
Some of them were, yeah.
Like
Some of them were.
on season 4, episode 13, at the 10-minute mark,
pretty
which
much
color
like that.
tie?
Not necessarily the 10-minute mark or anything like that, but it was like some of the questions were very deep.
Yo, JPJ in the house, host of Between Two Beards wrestling podcast, also Pop the Crowd on the Pop Couture Twitch channel. Check that out, twitch.tv/popcouture/
Nice.
Have some fun. Cheers for joining us. If you want, check out him as well. If you like watching him swear whilst trying to play MLB, the what's the game? What's
The show.
The show.
It'll be the show.
He curses like a sailor sometimes.
Yeah, I get that. That's a frustrating game. It's a frustrating game.
Fun time. I'm just kind of trying to avoid talking about the Brighton game. So, did you get into anything else?
I'm
fun?
so mad. No, I don't. They ruined everything. West Ham was having a nice little weekend. Then Sunday morning, I get up early.
Yes.
Fuck.
Okay, that's the thing I need to vent about a little bit, because let's look back at history. So, West Ham versus Manchester City, we lost that game, and that was Sunday at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. your time.
8 a.m. Yeah, early.
Nottingham Forest, we lost 1-0. Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. West Ham versus Brighton.
Not great.
9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. And then we have a midweek game against Tottenham. But next week, Villa, 9 a.m. on Sunday. Chelsea, 9 a.m. on Sunday. Newcastle, 9. What is going on with who's doing this scheduling?
Well, because we're fucked with the Conference League. The Conference League making us play on Thursdays. We're only going to be able to play Sunday. And Sunday, they don't really have that like Saturday afternoon game here in the States. They got obviously, I'm going to. Do they?
Man City versus.
Well, we're not Man City.
Newcastle
obviously, we can't. Maybe if we score a goal, we can worry about fucking primetime slots, but we're not getting them right now.
That was at 12:30.
It pisses me off. Well, I mean, if we played at 12:30, like in 2 weeks, I'm not going to be watching West Ham. I'm going to watch the Giants over West Ham every single time because the Giants make me happy and West Ham makes me sad right now. And I turned it off. I turned off the game. I turned it off. I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm fucking done. I can't watch this team, man. I don't know if I want to watch this weekend. I could sleep in an extra hour. Maybe I'll go work out or some shit like that, like to better myself because this team can't fucking better themselves at this point. It's fucking pathetic to watch, and I hate it. I hate them. I hate this team.
I at least thought for my journalistic, integrity, I should finish the game. But yeah, as soon as that second goal, because we looked a little bit livelier in the second half, and I was like, it was when it was 1-0, and I was like, okay, there's a chance we can come back. But you could just, as soon as that second goal went in for Brighton, that was it.
It was over. It was over.
I don't know what's going on with West Ham, but on Fondant, before we get back to torturing ourselves, next week I'm happy that we got the early game because it's even as a preseason game. Jets versus Giants next weekend at 1:00 Eastern, 12:00 Central, and yours truly shall be there live at the Live Stadium. I've already got the crew together, which is mainly my wife and her sister-in-laws and stuff like that. But whatever, I don't care.
It counts. It's still a crew.
It's 2 days before my birthday, so I've already got the the excuse where I'm not helping with anything. Once we get there,
right? Yeah, I'm watching football, babe.
I'm sitting down and I'm getting drunk. I'm not DD. I'm just eating and drinking and then watching the football game. Don't ask me to do anything. So,
yeah.
I'll be there
wild
live.
Stuff. That'd be cool though.
So maybe if you are going to be there live, maybe you'll see me. I might do some. Once I get a bit drunk, I might do a roaming reporter, and just start asking weird questions to other fans. That'd be fun.
I think you should.
So I might, but now, so I'll be watching the Villa game on my phone. But anyway, yeah. So Brighton. We mentioned it last week. What the fuck is the curse? Like, why?
We just don't beat them. I told you. I think I said 2-0. I think I said 2-0 Brighton. I'm pretty sure I almost called.
I think I went
exactly.
optimistic and said we might score a goal finally, but that's
proved to me to be optimistic. I'm going to be negative as fuck until then. Right now, we are the only team in the Premier League to not score a goal. How about that? That's a terrible fun fact. It's not a fun fact. It's an unfun fact.
No, do you know what's an even more unfun fact? As someone drags their beach gear away. Another fact, not only have we the only team not to score a goal, we are literally the only team in the league, after only 3 games, to not even have a point.
Yeah.
Like Leicester in 19, at least have a point. And
not a great look.
Like, it's one of those like where, because we went into the season thinking, hey, right, we've got Man City first. Let's just write that.
That's a loss. We get that.
Aim for the rest. But
then okay, Nottingham. That'll be a nice warm up because we got a fucking schedule coming up.
Here's what's worrying me, mainly because at this early stage of the league, I am normally the person who has the opinion of, do you know, win, lose or draw. At this point in the season, I don't actually really care that much about the result. It's more about how we're playing. Because if we're losing, but we're playing really well, then at least you can have that. Yeah, hey, once everything finally clicks, the wins are gonna come, and we're gonna have a good season. But Nottingham Forest, yes, you could say we was unlucky because we hit the bar, we missed the penalty, the bullshit disallowed goal.
I'll give you that one, yeah. Okay, so everybody gets one. Nottingham,
but Brighton, that was a terrible game.
We didn't show up. It was awful. We did not show up at all. and it was pathetic. And then when you look back at like our last 10 league games, I think we've got 0 wins in them, and we have 2 draws over the last 10 games. Maybe we had Norwich. We beat Norwich once. I think we blew out Norwich. We got relegated 4-0. And then we had a draw against Man City and a draw against somebody else. I can't fucking remember. But then it was all losses. Like we didn't finish the season last year strong, and we didn't do anything to start this season off on a good foot. And I mean, I know this is a team that focuses on Europe now. Like we're like big for West Ham to be playing in European competition. But it was like last year, I felt like we just like we gave up on that fourth spot, Champions
100%.
League position. We were like, we got to focus on Europa. And I don't fault Moyes and co for doing that because we had a better chance at beating Frankfurt and we got fucked by the refs in that game against Frankfurt. I mean, I don't know how it goes. I don't know how it goes if you know, we don't have Cresswell sent off immediately, but we were fucked from that second leg against Frankfurt. And I feel like we went all in on Europa, and that bit us in the ass at the end because then we ended up settling for Conference League because we couldn't finish well enough to finish the league season. Now it's like I don't fucking give a shit if we win the Conference League. I want us to do well in the Conference League, but like I'm not sacrificing the Premier League for the Conference League at this point. It's too fucking early to do that. It's too fucking early to do that.
I don't know if I would disagree with you on that one because I think the way things are going, even though it's only 3 games in, I think because if we win the Conference League, we get into Europa League next year. And
right. We're not going to do well in Europa League if we're not going to do well in the fucking Premier League like this. If we're not scoring goals here, we're not scoring goals in Europa.
But I think the Conference League is, at this point already, I think is our best bet of getting into Europe next year. Like,
are we going to be in the Premier League next year? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
Are we going to be in a fucking championship game? Because I'm not watching Thursday games. I'm not just watching Thursday games every week. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm out.
I'm not sounding the alarms yet. I don't think we're going to get relegated. But do I think that we're now in the risk of being in that lower half?
Yes.
14th,
absolutely
15th? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Conference League is big, and but relegation population West Ham. Well, yeah, at the moment, but also
we would be gone.
There's a lot of weird shit going on, right? Because right now, Man United are 14th, Liverpool are 16th, Chelsea are 12th. So it's a bit weird. So I'm not freaking out to that point. Yeah, I'm not wondering we're going to get relegated, but still, it's not a great start. But to the point of last season, like you said, where you say we went all in on the Europa League, which I get because again, hey, if we win the Europa League, we're in the Champions League next year. Holy shit, I by all means go all in. But by the time our season finished, we was already out because we lost in the semi-finals. So I think once we got knocked out of the Europa League, we had at least 2 games left in the league, which we should have focused on. And if we would have beat Brighton on the last day of the season, we would have finished 6th and got into the Europa League again. But we didn't. We shit the bed against them again, of course, and lost 3-0, I think.
That's how we are against Brighton. We just don't beat Brighton. We just don't know how to fucking beat Brighton.
I
hate this team, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. We have largely the same group of guys. We brought in new guys. I don't know
until the last 15
don't know
minutes.
where it's going. And then when we do play them, they give up PKs. What the fuck, D'Lo? I don't know. Everybody in my group chat from my West Ham group was like, yeah, that was a bullshit penalty. I was like, hey, he's in the fucking box. Brought him down the box.
No, yeah, it was a foul.
He started
on the line.
He started it before he got in the box, but he finished it in the box. And it was like, definitely, like,
I had no
hard to argue that one. The Antonio one the week before, absolute bullshit because Antonio was just running and that guy tried to fucking pull a screen on him. And it's like, this isn't basketball, bro. But and that one is like, yeah, all right. And that was a bad fucking play. And then they're like, well, you've got to catch up to the Premier League speed. Kira does. Like, and I was like, maybe, but don't do it like that. Maybe try that outside the box.
Yeah, don't do it that close to the penalty.
Don't do it in the box. At that time, just you got to figure it out, buddy.
Keep expectations low and we won't be disappointed.
Yeah, my expectations are relegation at this point, so...
I think my expectations are already going into that Brighton. That's the magical thing about West Ham. My expectations were low because of the previous 2 games and the Brighton curse. So I was already low, and I still ended up being annoyed. West Ham is magical like that. They will still find a way.
Like, we're gonna probably lose to Villa. We'll probably lose to Villa. We're gonna definitely
I
lose
think we're
to
going to lose
Tottenham.
every game.
We're gonna lose to Chelsea. Not feeling great about Newcastle. Everton, I don't know. I don't know if I feel great about that. Wolves always feels like they have our number. Fulham, maybe that's our first win of the season. October, fucking October. I'm not gonna watch this team if like we can't get a win until October 8th. I'm not fucking in. I'm out on this shit, man. Like this is fucking. It's hard to watch. It's frustrating, and it's not worth getting up early for. At least with the fucking Giants, like we could be up at noon. Or for you, 1 o'clock. It's like, all right, well, this is the afternoon. They can just ruin my afternoon. Like, I don't want to get up and be upset. I don't want to wake up early and be upset.
Then I can start drinking without the internal voice judging me.
Yeah.
And by internal voice, I mean my wife.
It's internal,
Yeah. I don't know. Did you? Okay, I saw this quote on Twitter. I don't know. So before I say it, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not 100% sure if this is a legitimate quote or not because I haven't seen this interview if he did say it. But there was word that David Moyes was talking about how he wasn't overly impressed about how the new signings were fitting in to the Premier League style. But if you look at the major signings, if this is true and if it's not, then I apologize to David Moyes. But Scamacca, he hasn't started a game yet, Europa League, but Premier League, he hasn't started a game. He's had like 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. He had like maybe 30 minutes in the Brighton game. Cornet, again, same thing, comes on towards the end of the game. Flynn down, he hasn't played them really, other than the one guy he did play got sent off. Nearly got sent off and gave us away a penalty. But
yep,
if that is true, is it not concerning that he's already we just signed our 7th player today, Emerson Palmieri from Chelsea,
who got their ass kicked. So maybe not the best signing. I don't know.
But is it concerning that we have signed all these players and there's potential that David Moyes is already losing confidence in them?
I mean, I think that they're gonna obviously take some time to get used to the squad, which is why I think it's weird that soccer does it this way, where in football you have an off season. These are the guys you get in. It's weird to me that you can just do this in the middle of the season and just add 7 guys for no reason, But I mean, not for no reason, but they're gonna have to catch up to speed. That they're gonna have to figure it out. And maybe we were just lucky with Souček and Soufal and all those guys seamlessly kind of transitioning into their positions when they came over. But they got to figure out how to work together quick because we keep losing these games. If we're in October and we still haven't had a win, we're not competing for a Champions League spot. We're not competing for a fucking Europa League spot. If we want to be a team that's taken serious the Premier League regularly, like the Leicesters used to be, we kind of were hoping to take that spot from Leicester. I feel where we were, yeah, we get it. We're not Man City. We don't have a sheik that owns us. We have the fucking Glazer family that owns us. We got a bunch of fucking fairly cheap dudes that own us. And we're probably going to just always kind of finish second fiddle to those first group of teams. But if you want to be able to be taken seriously and be competitive every year, just doing it for 2 years in a row isn't going to get it cut. Or isn't going to cut it to me.
No.
They got to figure it out. They got to get up to speed. Yeah, okay. I give them an adjustment period, but we got to figure that adjustment period out quickly. And that adjustment period can't be another month.
No. I remember I had a hot take preseason, which I'm now regretting. Because I figured the way this season is scheduled, because you obviously got the World Cup in the middle of the season. So I thought, hey, we have got some internationals, don't get me wrong, but we have a lot of players who aren't going to the World Cup this year. So we're going to have basically a mid-season 6-week break for a lot of our players. So I thought, judged based on the previous 2 seasons' performances, maybe, the teams above us are going to have a lot of players going to the World Cup and not going to have much rest. Maybe this could be the season that we could sneak into the top 4. That's definitely not going to happen now. That's
No, it's not. I
Cash
mean,
that one
yeah.
out. Cash that one out for a loss, I think.
And then they've got we're working on having the depth, and the depth is just not going to get done. The depth is being Kira, where he's fucking struggling like this. The depth, I mean, Ben Johnson fucking hasn't really done shit the last 2 weeks. He kind of sucked, man. I thought Cornet was good in the action that he got, but I don't really know what's going on. Rice looks good, but that's about it. We're gonna lose Rice this season. Like, this is it. Playing like this, like Rice is gone.
Season.
Rice is gone at this point, so fuck us on that, and he can go play for somebody else that's going to be good. And like, this is our fault. It's our team's fault for the not getting shit done. And like, if you're not able to figure out how to get these transfers in and get him to turn this shit around soon, you're going to lose Rice. You're going to lose your best player. And then, like, that's fun. Let's just fill that void again. Then we get to rinse and repeat again. That's what, like, West Ham has historically just lost, like, the best players. Like, that's what happens.
Yeah,
that's what fucking happened.
We went through years of
Lampard, Cole,
Rio Ferdinand, who left us and went on to win Premier League titles, and I genuinely had confidence that I thought if we can push ahead and finish maybe 5th or maybe sneak into the Champions League, because I still genuinely I think Declan Rice wants to stay at West Ham.
I think, but you've got to be playing European football.
Yeah, he wants to be playing Champions, which I don't disagree with. So I thought maybe he would sign a contract extension if we managed to, because I think we've shown ambition a little bit in terms of we've signed a lot of players in the summer, so at least we're trying to build, the depth in the squad. And if we were to push forward and finish maybe 5th, if not 4th, then he would stay, I think. But we're only 3 games in, but I'm already resigning myself to enjoy him while he's here. I think this is going to be...
I can't enjoy it. I don't even know if I would watch it while he's here because it's so fucking bad. We don't fucking do anything, man. This is a pathetic team to watch. But yeah, Brighton fucking has our number, and until we can beat them, I don't know what we do.
I mean, moving on. Like, even on Thursday when we played Viborg of the Danish league in the Europa Conference League playoff, West Ham actually won and scored 3 goals. My gosh. Scamacca, then who got the second one? It was Bowen, and then Antonio got the third one.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, we didn't look incredible. I just think...
I mean, it was Viborg. No, if I don't know the team, if I've never heard of the team, like, we should beat them.
But even then, when we was 2-0 up and they got their goal back, I was like, oh, fuck, this is it.
I felt nervous. And apparently they were missing one of their biggest guys, one of their best guys. That's what the broadcast said. I don't know shit about Viborg, but now we get to go there, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if West Ham just shits the bed. That's what we tend to do when we need to finish things off. So I don't know. Is Cresswell back yet? And we don't have Rice again. I think Rice is out for one more game.
Well, why was he? No, didn't he? Did he get a straight red or 2 yellows in the last game?
Well, he got also a punishment for criticizing the officials.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I don't know.
And so did Moyes, I believe, which is funny that Moyes could just sit there and, like, tell the guy what to do, but he can't be on the sidelines.
Yeah, but I can radio in, but whatever. I don't know.
Those officials were shit, so it was bullshit that they got penalized for that. But
yeah, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 game ban, but yeah, that was I was saying to as per tradition, me and my father's relationship, we only speak when we talk about West Ham. I said to him, I was like, going away to Viborg again. I have no idea who they are, but the way West Ham are, the only way I'd be confident going away in the second leg is if we have a lead of at least 3 goals. So it's 2-goal lead. I am a little nervous because
I can see it going 2-0. Yeah,
they could win 2-0, goes to extra time, goes to penalties, and we're fucked. Stress. Why? How creative? Like, the last 2 seasons, we finished 6th 2 seasons ago. We finished 7th. We didn't end on a high, but geez, we're actually qualified for Europe 2 seasons in a row, and now here I am shitting myself because we've got to go away to Viborg of Denmark. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, the tables have turned. I believe is what the kids say.
Turntables. There's an office quote for you, my friend.
Yep. Yep.
Link it all back. Yeah, I don't know if Cresswell's back, but I imagine because we signed, the guy on Wednesday and he played on Thursday to give away a penalty. So I think we've got Emerson Palmieri in time. He plays left back. He can replace Cresswell. Maybe he can give away a penalty this week, just for funsies.
I probably would.
It's
2 penalties in 2 weeks, or 2 penalties in 3 weeks. We've given up in the Premier League. Not great. Not a great start.
It isn't it? Jesus Christ! 2 in 3 games. Fucking hell. Prediction from heart and mind? Viborg, do you see us going through?
I feel like we do go through with Viborg just because we're a better team than them. But I feel like it's going to be 2-1. Like, it's not going to be easy.
Like, you think we're going to lose on the day, but just scrape through on aggregate?
Yeah, I bet they score immediately. Then, I don't know, we'll score, then they'll score, and then score again, and then we'll just have to sweat it out and be like, fuck. That might be how it goes.
Yeah, even my brain.
It's 2-0 and we win at the very end.
I say we're not winning this game on Thursday. It's going to be either a nervous draw or, like I say, we'll lose by 1 and scrape through.
Yeah. I'm going to go 2-1 Viborg, probably.
Yeah, I think that's a good, safe prediction. And then Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, whatever time it is, wherever you're watching or listening. Aston Villa, what do you?
Lost.
How are they looking? So they've won 1, lost 2 so far this season. So they lost to Bournemouth, beat Everton, then lost to Crystal Palace. That's their run. Do you think they embarrass us?
No, probably another 2-0. Another 2-0.
So do you ever Google, go on Google and just search West Ham or Premier League, and it has that kind of look? Do you ever look at that?
Yeah, I've done it before, yeah.
Where now they've added the little blurbs. They've got someone at Google to add blurbs to the fixtures now. And so, for example, Aston Villa versus West Ham, and their little summary says, West Ham United have failed to score in the last 3 Premier League appearances. Thanks very much. And then in the next fixture,
not wrong.
The blurb is first of 2 encounters. Yes, thank you. Yeah, we play each team twice. Thank you.
They're just.
I have to put something. Okay,
stats out there. Yeah.
First of 2 encounters. Bless them. Right. I don't know. Do you need anything else to add to our misery of West Ham?
No, I'm sick of this team, man.
Giants. Let's talk about Giants for a bit.
They looked promising. They looked better. Besides Kenny Galladay, who just doesn't show up.
We're 2-0. I think we're looking good for the preseason.
No
playoffs.
receptions, I don't believe he had. Yeah, we are unbeaten. We some grit. Our defense came up big.
Oh, because I haven't actually, because it's been a shit show in my life the last 24, 40 hours. Have you heard anything positive? Because the last I saw was Thibodeau was at least walking by himself. Because I know he got injured. He went off with his knee. Was it his knee or his ankle from the game?
Say that one more time. Sorry, there was an ad that was playing.
Where was the ad playing?
I had a screen open. I was looking at the box score.
Thibodeau, he left the field injured.
MCL sprain, yeah. It looks like he's missed 3 to 4 weeks. I don't think we're going to rush this with a young player. It fucking sucks. I don't think it was a dirty hit. It's sort of dirty, but it's a legal hit.
Also, to give, can you hear those fucking seagulls?
Yeah, dude, they're fucking shouting about the Giants, bro.
Yeah, they're excited. They kept quiet for the whole West Ham segment, but now we're talking about the Giants. They're like, ah!
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah, I mean, when I
Jersey
saw
people, though.
to play the devil's advocate and play the, yes, the guy went in low, but in the replay you could see Thibodeau kind of thought about going low, then kind of went up. So
Yeah.
to give him credit, I think the other guy was like, oh, he's going low, I'm going to go low, but then he didn't go low, and it's, oh fuck, there's his knee. So I don't think it was an intentional dirty play, shall we say? So I'm not.
Right.
Although it was against Giants, so he should be fired and sent to prison. And locked under
Sent to prison.
And buried under the prison. But okay, so
I thought there were a lot of positives. There were a lot of
could have been
positives
worse. 3 to 4
in the
weeks
game besides Thibodeau. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it could have been significant. They brought the card out there, but then he walked off. Overall, Danny looked really good, 14 to 16. Didn't throw a touchdown pass, but did like lead the team down to that touchdown. He handed it off at the end zone, but Dable's got him. He's working a lot of slants and just quit getting the ball out. And we saw, I mean, I'm sure you saw the meme where it was like, this is a U around Daniel Jones. This is what you call a pocket, guys. This is the first time in Daniel Jones' entire career he's had a pocket to throw the ball out of. And kind of crazy that when you give the guy some time to throw, he's 14 to 16. I think Dable's offense and Kafka's offense, the offensive coordinator this season, is going to be focused highly on getting Daniel into a place where he can succeed. And it is little short routes to Saquon, kind of similar to what we did in the first preseason game, or just the little, like, we're going to have a lot of, like, I think when Tony's back, he's going to be even more of a weapon. Wan'Dale Robinson's going to be a weapon send, but this Alex Bachman guy, he's got like Victor Cruz energy. I'm not saying he's going to go to Victor Cruz's like career or anything like that, but he had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, they were against Bengals backup players, but he was making catches. And I mean, when you're making catches against, no matter who you're making the catches against, when he's making those athletic catches like that, like that's somebody you want on your team. I don't know how much playing time he'd get in the regular season, but he's a good guy to have stored away at least. And we had Colin Johnson, I believe, was out there. He's a big, tall receiver, and he seems like he's clutch. Like it's interesting to see the wide receiver battle with Tony out and Galladay. He's not out, but like he's doing what he did last season, where he's just kind of also invisible. With Galladay kind of doing nothing. I think that it's going to be interesting to see how Dable is using Jones going forward. And Jones was able to pick up a couple of first downs with his feet when he had to. That's the luxury that we were just like we were used to so many years of Eli just not having the speed and anything like that. And Danny's got the speed. He was putting some throws right on the number. He had that interception that came off the receiver's hands. We call that an Evan Ingram interception. So I don't really fault him for that. But I thought Daniel looked very good in the plays that he had. Again, 14 to 16 isn't anything to like be upset about. Tyrod Taylor didn't look bad, but I mean, I want Danny to be the quarterback the whole season going forward. It's really interesting to see how this wide receiver core is gonna pan out, and who's gonna make the list, who's gonna make the cut for that.
Yeah, and the receivers making those catches, like you say, they were against the second string, but I never understood when people like get hyped, or maybe too hyped, but it's just against the backups and yada yada yada. It's like, well, no, but that's a good sign that they're making those catches, because it'd be worrying if they wasn't. If they're not able to make those catches against the backups, then Jesus Christ, what are they going to do against the starters?
Yeah, that's like that. You're not going to make the team.
Good.
But when you're making those behind the back, like we had to like lean back, go over the guy's shoulder on that one. He had 2 touchdown catches that were like that. That first touchdown catch was amazing. The other one was still a pretty badass catch, and he was just all over the field, 122 yards. He had on the night, and yeah, a lot of it was at the end. But I mean, if you're not making plays, then like you make teams by making plays, and he was making plays when he had to make plays. You can only do so much, and only do the most with the position that you put in to play for a team, and that's what he's kind of dominating about. But Alex Bachman, I don't know if he makes the roster, but I think that like I would lean towards yes at this point. The Giants have a ton of receivers. That's the only problem.
It's a good problem to have.
And it's a great problem to have. But like we have a ton of receivers, so it's like at depth. Like I don't know if like I think you're gonna have to cut a receiver or 2 or 3 or 4 at a certain point. We do have a lot of running backs. I think we're gonna have probably 3 running backs like on the roster at least going into week 1. But I'd like to see Bachman make that. It's going to be interesting to see. He's going to probably get a ton of playing time against the Jets coming up this weekend on Thursday, and I think that it'll be really interesting to see kind of how he if he balls out. That'd be awesome. If he balls out again, I think he's definitely on the roster. If not, like, maybe this has been a fluky couple of weeks, but if he sucks, then yeah, I can see him not doing that. But he looks like a special teamer guy. Like, he seems like a cool special team guy, the guy that's going to go hustle, the guy that he's gritty, a white receiver, just like a gritty guy. He's a gym rat. He's a hustler, all those things you would use to describe a white receiver. He's that guy.
Wide, and he's a receiver.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because the first team players, the starters, have had a little bit of an introduction between each game. Obviously, this is kind of like only a 3-game preseason rather than the traditional 4. How much? The reason I ask this because how much time do you think the starters are going to get on Sunday against the Jets?
Not much. Because, or Monday. It's Thursday, isn't it?
What?
Are you playing Thursday?
I hope not, because I've got tickets for Sunday.
Okay. I thought they all played Thursday. No, you're right.
Don't.
It's Sunday.
Don't
Sunday.
you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I think that I really feel like just they're not going to get a lot, maybe 1 series, because I felt actually, I mean, if you're going to have the week in between, I don't know. I just don't think you risk it in the final preseason game. I thought that we got a full quarter of Daniel and then a little bit after that with him on Sunday this weekend. So I think that they'll probably kind of he's going to go out there because I think that he's not a proven starting quarterback in this league yet. Until you're at that point, he's not Russell Wilson, he's not Aaron Rodgers. And until you get to that level, you're not going to play at all, or you're going to have to play. But I think he's got to still kind of cement himself as the quarterback. I think that they still want to work with him on a couple of first team reps. That's why you had Galladay out there. That's why you had some of the other guys out there, and you just kind of got to see what you can do. We did have a lot of scratches though, so I would expect us to have more after this, especially after seeing Thibodeau's injury.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The only reason, maybe this is a sign of because obviously preseason, so tickets are a little cheaper than normal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of funny with both the Jets and the Giants going into the final preseason game, 2-0. That MetLife Stadium's sold out. That is going to be a capacity crowd for that preseason game, awesome. Which is going to be pretty awesome. So it'd be interesting to see how the atmosphere is like. So it'd be kind of disappointing to have 60, 70,000 people there and they don't get to see a sniff of one of the starters. That would be kind of a shame.
So I think you'll definitely see Daniel for a little bit, but probably not long. Sorry, yawning in the middle of that.
It'll be fun. What's your advice for tailgating? So this is the first time I'm gonna plan to get there early because I'm gonna plan to get there 4 hours before kickoff. So
you're grilling?
No, I wasn't. I was going to take a grill. So my sister-in-law has a nice sized propane grill, and I was going to take that.
Yeah.
And then I forgot to pick it. Oh, I could ask her to bring it. Maybe. Maybe I could grill.
You gotta have You gotta have a Bluetooth speaker. Get one of these bad boys. One of these Bluetooth speakers over there.
Bluetooth
That's
speakers.
Always clutch.
Yep.
If you're not if you don't have food that you're taking with you, I always think that it's just you and the fellas. You go with the wife and sister-in-laws. So I feel maybe you probably won't do it as minimal as sometimes I've gone to a couple Texans Thursday night games and it's you get some Cajun turkey from the grocery store and some bread, just some Sammys with the boys and beers.
There's gonna be 3 fellas, 3 women, and she's over there. So I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I got
this is so imagine my internalness because you've got oh, sorry. How much is so I got floor seats, I guess. Not floor, not floor seats, but you know what I mean. That the bottom
lower bowl.
Those were available for $55.
That's not bad.
Which wasn't bad. Oh, I keep forgetting about fucking because I had to get them on SeatGeek because it was sold out. I forgot about the ticket fees. So I ended up getting. So I'm on the second level.
Oh, it was like $365 with all the fees. They're like, well, if you want to print the ticket, but you also can't get a physical ticket, but you can print it, but it's a convenience fee too. It's a printing and convenience fee.
So I was buying all the tickets, and then people were gonna Venmo me the money, and so I texted them all because I was ready to buy. I was like, hey, they're $44 a ticket, and then I went out. So I was like $44 times 6 in my head. That's it's around about $250.
You go to the next screen.
And I put next screen. It's like $400, and I was like, it was. So each ticket was $44, and each ticket had $25 worth of fees.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck me. And then I paid $60 for parking. That fucking hell. Anyway,
that's where they get you, man. That's why, I love going to football games, but football is so much better watching it on your couch, where you can just watch Red Zone. Also, you can have a second screen up. It's so much more enjoyable with all the shit that you've got at your disposal, as opposed to going to a game and be like, "What's the score of this game? What's the score? What's the score of the Bucs game? Huh? Texans, are they winning?" You gotta just look over the scoreboard. It's like, I want to see the highlights.
This is why I get it now, where people kind of merge the two, where they don't buy tickets to the game, they just pay for parking, and they'll just tailgate and then hang out and watch the games on TV, in the parking lot. I get it.
Makes more sense.
But yes, when we was talking about what we're preparing for tailgating, I did hear the phrase, and imagine my face when I heard charcuterie board.
Oh yeah. I mean, ladies, you definitely get some charcuteries, but we don't hate on charcuterie boards. We don't hate on charcuterie boards. But they're delightful.
I'm gonna partake, but still, it's like, you're embarrassing me in front of the guys.
Oh no, I don't think anybody's gonna ever give you shit for a charcuterie board. Now, I just don't know how to put them together good. My girlfriend worked in catering and set up the trays, and she can she'll fold. Fiance. Actually, we got a license. We got a marriage license today. So basically, she's licensed to me now. So she's licensed to me now.
Is that the stages? So girlfriend, pre-wife, but then once you get license, fiance,
licensed
now it's
girl.
Licensed.
Now I think so.
Yeah.
But
stages.
So she's good at if you get the salami or whatever, she can fold it up and make it all look pretty, where you pin it between two things of cheese, and you're like, oh wow, that's really artsy and fancy looking, and I would just be cheese laid out.
I would just open the packet.
Sometimes you
it's just on the board. There it is.
Basically, I can only fit 4 things on here, and it's no. You can put olives here. You can put this here. You can put this here. But at the grocery store by me, they have some nice charcuterie trays you can get, and I like getting the to-go ones that are just all saran wrapped up, and you're like, all right, I didn't fucking make this, but let's go. On a nice little fake wooden board, that's pretty solid. But yeah, I fuck with charcuterie trays, and that's a solid solid tailgate food. I've never had it at tailgate, but it's clutch because it's something you need to create a base. You can just snack on it.
Just grab it.
Yeah, and it feels classy.
Maybe I'll grill as well. Ooh. Bobby, I buy a bunch of Lunchables and throw them on a plate. That's my charcuterie.
It's just like that meme where everybody's y'all are all people or older people are giving the millennials shit for going ham on charcuterie boards. And they're like, bitch, y'all fucking grew us up on Lunchables. We were raised on charcuterie board. We just don't have a plastic thing. We don't always get Capri Sun with it. Or a Crunch Bar. Remember those? I guess you didn't grow up.
No.
Did they have Lunchables in England?
No, I don't think they were called Lunchables, but we had the same shit. It was a different name, probably.
They were Lunchables, mate.
But that's a good catchphrase, and maybe that could be a good T-shirt slogan for if you ever want to go that way. I go ham on charcuterie, and then have a picture of some ham.
I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one.
What a show. Anyway. That's the kind of great content you get on this show when our teams are playing shit.
Giants are not playing like shit. We don't talk about them like that. Shit. Giants are very good.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for the. So
never lost a game under Brian Dable.
So is it the Sunday following that the season actually starts, or is there a break?
September 11 is our first game.
Oh, that's a great date in New York history.
We'll have something to play for. We'll have something to play for, Mike. You're not thinking about it that way.
Oh, there's gonna be some bunch of
We're gonna play for
pre-game
the
shit
troops,
for that one.
for those that gave all
Never forget.
motivation. Fuck you, Titans. Fuck you, Titans. Ryan Little Tannehill.
The Taliban Titans.
Yeah.
Fuck you
The
up
Tennessee
on September
Taliban
11th.
is basically what they are.
This is payback. Live on pay-per-view.
That's a 325 game too. Nice. It's the day after my wedding. I get a nice little I'm gonna get home from the hotel. I'm gonna prop my feet up. I'm gonna watch a 325 kickoff. I love
And then
that.
you can be like, I'm married now, so wife, fetch me a beer from the fridge.
Where's my beers? Yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
Wife's
day
dinner
one.
not ready.
I'm not gonna
Put
do
your
that
hand
day
in your
one.
pants.
Where's my food? I'm gonna put my sweatpants on.
Keep that child down. We don't have a child. Whatever.
Shut him up. Shut that baby up.
Wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Before we get cancelled, or at least I get cancelled. What else? Okay, so the rest of this week, so we've got to look forward to. I'm not going to predict again preseason games. It doesn't really matter. So next week, we will be previewing the actual NFL season. So next week, we're going to go a little bit more in depth. We're going to go game by game, not full preview of every game, but we're going to come up with each of our.
We can do the preview the following week.
We can. Wait, what?
Have a week off.
Oh, there is a week off. Sorry, yes. Okay, forget it then. It'll
We
still
can
be a great
recap-
show next week, but
We
you
can
know,
recap the last
recap,
preseason
but then
game
maybe I'll
and the
show
cuts.
some clips of
Talk
my
about cuts and position battles.
drunken reporting. So yes, that's going to wrap up this week's show. But obviously, as always, there is more chance for you to listen to myself and Alex. A new episode of Past the Gravy comes out. Oh, this is several opportunities for you to listen to Alex this week. We've got new episode of Past the Gravy and obviously Past the Gravy Bro. What have people got to expect tomorrow on Past the Gravy?
Well, my girlfriend and her sister are doing. It's called a fiance.
You gotta get used to
It's
that.
called a fast mimicking program where they're not fasting, but they're just eating very little amounts, like these watered down soups that they're making. But then they also give them like these snacks. So like one of the snacks was like an olives with sea salt, and I was like, I feel like they just grabbed what they had randomly in their pantry and was like, have this pickle. Have a pickle. And so I was like, I'm pretty sure I can make up my own like fast mimicking program and we can scam people out of money doing that. But like, here's some random ginger. Just pour this ginger powder and then add water and heat it up in the microwave, and you got yourself a little fast.
And then added on some out-of-date
What do we got?
Tostitos.
Raisins? Have these raisins. I had these left over from Halloween as a kid. Found them. Just now found them. And 2 pretzels. 2 pretzels. Have this as a snack.
Not 3, 2.
So I'm gonna be doing that. We're gonna talk about how Dennis Rodman might save the world. I have a couple of not cools that I'll get to. I'm gonna bitch about some stuff that's happened in the last week, and then we're gonna answer some people's questions. And so you can follow us at Pass Your A Pod, and the new episode should be out tomorrow evening. And then if you watch the show Big Brother, we're a little bit halfway through that season. But myself, my fiance, and a couple other friends of ours, we some combination of us break down every episode right after it happens, and you can watch that live on our YouTube channel, Pass the Gravy Bro, or on our Facebook page, Pass the Gravy Bro, as well. And if you watch that show, then tune in, please. It'll be a lot of fun. But it's been a pretty good season. What do we got about Waffle Box? What's going on the box this week?
So, new episode Waffle Box coming out tomorrow. We're talking about Tipsy Scoop and their new ice cream flavor, which is supposed to mimic the flavor of a dive bar, and why that's a horrible.
I've always wanted
idea.
to taste a dive bar.
Yeah, I love to taste dive bar.
Cigarettes.
Also, since we're now in the thick of the USA Mullet Championship, where we're gonna break down the Hall of Fame inductees of the USA Mullet Championships, and then because she's gonna be reviewing Idris Elba's new movie Beast. So check that out. Got a Waffle Box Pod on your.
Oh, that's the Lion movie, huh?
Yeah,
Dude, they run
Apparently-
those ads all the time,
I mean-
and it seems terrible. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it seems terrible.
Spoiler alert! If you listen to the show, I did questions like, is this Lion King 3? Like, I thought this was like the further, because how funny would it have been if, like, when the lion just jumps Idris Elba and there's like Timon and Pumbaa in the background, yeah, fuck him up. But apparently that's not the case. It's not related to Lion King, which is a shame.
Well, I'm gonna have to see it for myself, so I'll tune into Waffle Box tomorrow.
Check it out. Oh yeah, wherever you get same Pasta Gravy and Waffle Box available wherever you get your audio podcasts, and also available on YouTube. So if you are obviously watching this on YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button.
Subscribe, guys.
The subscribe button, but also there's links.
You don't have to watch all of our stuff, but subscribe to it. It gives us the numbers. We need the numbers.
But also there's links below where you can see it will say Friends of Claret and Big Blue, and you'll be able to click on Pasta Gravy and Waffle Box.
There you go. Get them all.
Subscribe to everything.
All of it. Do it. Now.
Do it. You can do it. Beautiful stuff. Also, quick shout out, because I forgot to do it. Lucid Illusions, the fantastic Houston-based band that lended their talents to our theme song.
Those guys rock.
Thought is Lion King too. Yeah, they do rock. They do fucking
They
rock.
rock, dude.
And you're about to hear
They
even
fucking
more
rock.
of that song. So make sure, like I say, you follow me at Mr. Mike Fish. Follow him at Alex J. Middleton. Follow us at CBB Pod. And until next week, see you next Tuesday.
Hey, let's go to Peyton. He's going to break down that touchdown. Can't hear shit. Never mind.